Recently, I had the opportunity to interview my good friend and seven-figure t-shirt brand owner, Adrian Vonarx. Adrian and I have become really good buddies over the past few months, and he came on the live stream during our Launch Your Brand Challenge to share his top 10 secrets to success from a seven-figure brand owner. And let me tell you, it was absolute fire. It was so valuable, super helpful content. I had to share it here on the YouTube channel. So I wanna take you inside that interview, and I wanna let Adrian just take the floor and give you those top 10 tips. Let me know in the comments what your favorite tip is from this session. Right now, I want you to lock in with Adrian because he's gonna bring you some quick fire top 10 tips to building a seven-figure brand. And I'm gonna let him take the reins. So you ready, Adrian?
Let's go. All right, sweet. So this top 10, guys, I actually created specifically for this presentation. So you guys are exclusively seeing this for the first time ever. So I just want to go through some top tips. I call this my top 10 tips for success from a seven-figure t-shirt brand owner. So 1, take action and commit to staying consistent. So it's very rare that someone is going to make it big off their first design. And to be brutally honest, your early designs are probably not going to be very good. Like, don't take it personally. Mine were terrible, like absolutely terrible. It's cringy looking at like my original designs. So, it does take some time, but don't worry. The more designs that you release, the faster that you're going to start to learn what your customers want, and your designs will improve over time. Think of it as like a learning and optimization process. So put systems in place to stay disciplined and set goals around consistency. For example, say I'm going to release 10 designs a month, and I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to release 10 designs a month and I'm going to stay committed to that. That's what you're going to do. There's a really good quote that says, focus on the process and detach from the result. So I don't even want you guys to worry about having a winning design at the beginning. You'll get there if you don't quit and if you keep dropping designs. Worrying isn't going to do anything for you. Instead, just harness that energy and put it into releasing new designs and then marketing those new designs. For example, my core 3 pillars right now are new designs, content creation, and email marketing. That's it. This process has worked for me multiple times in the past. And I know if I stick to the script, it'll continue to work for me. So I try to drop a new collection every single week. I post to social media at least once a day, and I email my customers 2 to 3 times per week. This is a system that I follow, and regardless of sales, my goal is I don't set the sales goal. I'm much more concerned about the commitment and consistency. My goal is just to commit and to be consistent and do these 3 things every week. And if I can check that off the list, I'm happy. I know that eventually this is going to lead me to finding my next winner. Second, test before you invest. So definitely start with print on demand, at least until you have proof of concept. It's low risk, it's low cost, it's the fastest way to start a t-shirt business. Both businesses I have started exclusively with print on demand. And if I started one today, I would start with print on demand again. So my 7-figure brand, I actually, at one point, we were having a lot of success. And so what we actually decided to do is create a hybrid model where our best sellers, we took the money that we made from our best sellers through print on demand, and we actually invested that in having the products locally screen printed, and then we put them in a warehouse. And this is something that we still do to this day. We reward our winners, but we only invest when we make that money from the winner on print on demand. And there's some benefits of having things locally screen printed, they're ready to go, they ship really fast, they're really nice. But the problem is every time we place one of those orders, we're putting thousands of dollars up front, and it can take who knows how long it's going to take. Every time you place one of those big orders, you're taking a chunk out of your budget. One problem we have with the hybrid model is that our pre-made products that we have locally screen printed and warehoused, we sell out of them a lot, and then we have to go long periods of time while we're getting them reprinted in warehouse and stuff like that. So I'm not going to say any more about that, but definitely start with print on demand.
Do you wish you had a simple and clear system to follow to build a profitable online apparel business and take it to 6 or 7 figures per year? If so, I want to invite you to watch our free class over at shirtschool.com, where I'll break down the Shirt School system that has helped thousands and thousands of people build profitable online apparel businesses over the last 3 years. You can go check out that free class at shirtschool.com.
Third, and we talked about this, niche down. Do not get caught in the trap of trying to create products that appeal to everyone. I'm telling you guys, I've been doing this since 2016. Like, it's a huge mistake, and it will make it much more challenging for you to make sales, not to mention to get passionate, raving fans. Number 4, focus on constantly releasing designs and keep them simple. I know it sounds crazy. Like, what, you think like the more work you can design, the more potential it has. 100% no, like absolutely not. That is not how it works in this space. So no matter how good your website, branding, customer support, or social media are, if your designs are terrible, you'll struggle to make sales. And what I've found is that the simpler the designs are, the better they perform. I don't know what it is. Maybe because if they're more complicated or complex, there's more rooms for things that people don't like. Like if you have a bunch of colors, maybe people are like, I don't like that little piece of purple there. I don't like all the colors, something like that. So, just in terms of keeping designs simple, most designs, it's going to be a total shot in the dark. And you only know if it's a winner once you release it. So whether you spend 10 minutes putting together a quick and easy slogan or 10 hours on a design, the likelihood of a winner is probably the same. So start with designs being really simple. I've literally dropped hundreds of designs, and some complex, by the way, but like most of them are simple. So I've literally dropped hundreds of designs, and every single winning design I've ever had has been very simple. And a lot of times it's been just purely text-based design. So like there were times where I did spend like 5 to 10 hours like watching YouTube videos on Photoshop to figure out how to do this cool feature, only to drop this design where it totally flopped. And then I see I put some really catchy slogan on a shirt, and it totally just goes nuts with people. Number 5 is let your customers vote with their dollars. Do not get attached to your designs. Do not take it personally if they flop. Just keep dropping designs until you find that winner. Number 6, choose one main channel to acquire customers and one main channel to retain customers. So let me break this down a little bit. I always say at the beginning, always start with one primary acquisition channel and one primary retention channel. So an example, acquisition channel. I recommend starting with social media. So this is a channel with the intention of getting your products in front of people, like new people. They call this a cold audience. And what you want to do is I recommend starting with social media since it's free and there's a number of ways to get in front of a lot of people, connect with niche specific communities, and chat with your ideal customers. So that's what I recommend for acquisition. There's a lot of other things you can do. Like I recommend choosing one channel. So, let's just break this down. One channel would be like TikTok. Another channel would be Instagram. Another channel would be Facebook. Like you can have a presence on all these social medias, but what I recommend is choosing one that's going to be your bread and butter. Like this is the one that you're going to become an expert at, that you're going to build a big community around. You're going to be very active in. You're going to be talking to to people. You're going to be reaching out to people. So choose one. You can have a presence to others and you can spend some time there. But if you try to spread yourself too thin across too many things, it can be very overwhelming. And then you don't really have a bread and butter acquisition channel. You just have a small presence on a bunch. It's much more powerful to have a presence on one. So if you know where your community hangs out, for example, if I was targeting Gen Zs, I would be on TikTok. Hands down, I would be on TikTok or Snapchat or something like that. If I was targeting baby boomers, maybe Facebook would be the channel. But what you want to do is you want to find a channel and make that your primary one. Now, in terms of the retention channel, this is what you will use to remarket to your customers. So, it's said that the real money is in the repeat sales. And so what you want to do is you want to have a channel where you can actually remarket to people who are familiar with you through your acquisition channel. So And retention, there's really two that I recommend, email or SMS. I use both. I recommend using both, but choose one to start and make that your primary one. I recommend email. I think it's amazing for remarketing, but like keep in mind, they say that it's said that it takes someone seeing something 7 times to make a purchase. So more likely than not, people are going to see your products, and even if they like them, they're not going to buy them the first time. And this is why it's so important to remarket to them. So with email, what you can do is you can collect their email address as soon as they come to your website, and then you can keep showing them that product until they eventually buy it. Rule number 7, do not compete on price. I actually have quite a few things to say about this, but I'm going to keep it I'm actually going to keep this really brief. I could go off forever about this, but like instead of trying to lure people in with low prices, focus on increasing the perceived value of your products and your brand. And that could be through strategic branding. That could be having a really well-defined niche. That could be finding ways to provide value to your community. Maybe you're sharing blog articles that you didn't even write. Find ways to add value. Maybe like, let's say you're in the outdoor space and you create like local meetups for like outdoors. I'm just kind of thinking of something off the top of my head, but like there's so many places you can go with that. You can do, focus on high quality, attractive designs that invoke emotion and relatability for that niche. Focus on high quality imagery. Focus on high quality branded products. Focus on a user-friendly, conversion optimized website. Focus on incredible customer service. Focus on social proof, such as user-generated content, customer testimonials, a thorough FAQ, trust badges. There's so many ways that you can elevate your perceived value, and you don't have to compromise on your price. So do not get stuck in like the competition where you're trying to compete with like someone selling t-shirts for $10. If you can increase your perceived value, you're going to be attracting someone who's not interested in those $10 t-shirts. Number 8, think long-term and treat this like a legitimate business and not a get-rich-quick scheme. You are creating a legitimate business here. And there are so many possibilities of what this can evolve into for you. A lot of people don't really think about this, but there are actually so many ways to make money from your t-shirt business. You can do wholesale. You can get into retail stores. You can license your designs to companies. You can make affiliate commissions through your clothing brand. You can do paid collaborations. You can make money from sponsored posts. You can sell your business like I did. There are just so many great opportunities here. But if you treat this like a get-rich-quick scheme and you don't get rich quick, guess what's gonna happen? You're gonna quit when you don't get rich quick. So I really want you guys to focus on the long term. Remember, you only fail if you quit. There were so many times on my journey where I wanted to quit. And I didn't. I brought my why out from inside me, and I just like let that fire inside like drive me to keep going. And here I am today. I've made over $2.5 million in sales. I've created 2 businesses, sold one of them, and it's totally changed my life. But like it could have been a totally different trajectory for me if I just like pieced out on the first time that I started struggling. Number 9, invest in yourself. Warren Buffett put it best when he said the best investment you'll ever make is in yourself. If you truly want to succeed in this, like I strongly recommend investing in training, mentorship, and coaching. Think of it, like I said before, like going to the gym. If you're serious about getting results, you get a coach. This is exactly the same, guys. It's exactly the same. So the same rule applies for starting a t-shirt business, and maybe even more so since things are constantly changing in the space and you want to be quick to adapt. You can make a lot of money in what's called the first mover's advantage. When you learn something that's really working well before others, that can be really lucrative for you. And being part of communities and being in the know in what's changing, that can go a long ways for your business. So I can say with confidence that, of all the coaching that I have and continue to invest in, it's easily paid for itself in the results that I get. And I'm not just saying this, I'm actually currently a member of 3 coaching communities, including T-Shirt School, which is absolutely freaking awesome, by the way. Like, I wish it existed when I started. I think I would have been even more successful, and I probably would have been successful even faster. But I can vouch for this program. Like, it's absolutely unreal. I'm part of that. I'm part of a coaching community, another membership, and then I also pay for a general like e-commerce membership. as well. So like, I am a student of the game. I believe if you're not growing, you're dying. So I'm always like, I'm a lifelong learner. I will never stop investing in this, no matter how successful I am. And number 10, the last thing I'm gonna leave you guys with is don't quit before the miracle. Remember, you are always just one design away from the next level. It only takes one winning design to dramatically improve your sales and to completely change your business, literally forever. So this could happen to you very early on, or it can take some time. But if you keep going and don't quit, it will happen. It'll inevitably happen. If you stick to the script, focus on the process and kind of detach from the result, you're gonna eventually do it. So guys, just do not quit before the miracle.
Wasn't that amazing? Man, I loved interviewing Adrian, talking to him, and then hearing some of his top tips. So I'm gonna leave a link down in the description to go check out his TikTok channel and follow him over on Instagram. But if you like this video today, make sure you leave a like and let me know in the comments what your favorite tip was. See you soon.